What's up, guys? This is Zach here with my hero deck profile for August of 2019. Just thought I'd put this out there and throw it together because I think heroes are pretty neat now that Stratos is at 2. Let me just get started. So I'm going to first throw out that this is going to be a going second deck, so you're going to want to throw out some hand traps. So you're going to start out with 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Veiler, 2 Ogre. I've been between 7 and 9 hand traps. And whether or not I want to main Phantasme, but I think this is good right now. You don't want to open up too many hand traps, but you don't want to not see your combo. And there's another card that I put in here instead of 2 more hand traps because of back row decks being out there. But so far just 7. So then for heroes, you've got Honest Neos, the attack booster. You've got 2 Vions to dump and search poly to increase. And then let me get out the other Vision Heroes. So you run these 8 Vision Heroes. So Ferris is a really good extender. It's probably one of the best things that the deck's gotten support-wise, other than Fusion Destiny. To pitch a card or pitch a hero to summon itself, and then set increase. And increase is a neat card because it becomes a face-up trap when it's on the field. And then that face-up trap effect reads that it can tribute a hero monster or tribute a monster. Doesn't actually have to be a hero monster, but just a monster. And tribute 1 hero monster. Special summon this card, and if this card is special summoned from the spell and trap zone, you can special summon a Vision Hero. So right now, the only Vision Hero that's worth throwing in is Vion, but might consider playing others in the future. Now onto the other heroes. You got 3 Solid Soldier, 3 Shadow, 2 Solid, 2 Shadow, 2 Stratos. These are the only elemental heroes that you really need to play at this moment. Don't need to play Blaze Man, but these 6 heroes. You get 6 different copies, or 7 different copies of Stratos. And then if you open up Increase, or Ferris plus Shadow Mist, you have another copy of Stratos, because you can dump Shadow Mist, search out Stratos. So it's basically Stratos Turbo, because he's the best card in the deck. Then Destiny heroes, you have 2 melee, 1 Celestial, 1 Dynatag, 1 Plasma. Thought about playing Disc Commander and then the new one Draw Guy, but this right now is the only 5 that I feel comfortable playing at the moment. Mally being at 2 kind of sucks for this deck, but it's okay because the first turn board isn't that great. But going second, he's great, especially if you open Increase. Celestials can destroy face-up spells if he attacks. He also can banish another Destiny hero if you have no cards in your hand to draw 2, which is great. Comes up if you don't manage to kill your opponent. Dynatags for Dystopia, and then it also prevents damage. It doesn't prevent damage. It changes damage to 1,000, so it's a little bit different. And then Plasma is another great first turn card because you can tribute 3 hero monsters, 3 monsters. So if you have Phantasme or something else, you can tribute those and then summon him out, and now you have an effective board effect negation for your opponent, which is pretty busted. And then you also can suck up an opponent's monster, which is very useful for outing problem cards that can't be destroyed or are just too big because he gains half their attack. Now onto the spells. Hero Lives being at 1 is terrible for this deck, but still a great card. E-Call and Rhoda. These are your 5 ways of searching Stratos, so your 7 copies of Stratos are essentially these. The only time I would not search out Stratos or summon Stratos is if I had them already in my hand. Then I would get Solid Soldier or Shadow Mist, depending on what I need. 5 copies of Stratos are pretty great. I just love summoning Stratos on people. 1 Poly because you need it to summon the old-fashioned way. And then 3 Fusion Destiny is the best card in the deck outside of Stratos. Dumping any, either 2 or 3 Destiny heroes, summon a body, dealing with problems. It's great. I think that in the future, people need to just experiment more with this deck because Fusion Destiny is an insane card because it doesn't restrict the entire turn. It just restricts after this card was resolved. And then utility cards, 3 call by because you want your Stratos to resolve, whether it be him being adding a card or him destroying the field. Having a Heavy Storm card in your deck is pretty insane, especially if you can make sure that he goes through either by call by or using mash change to essentially stop the targeted negations, say like Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss or Imperm Revealer. And then 2 Twister, because I was testing against Draco, and the worst thing that you can do in this deck is not deal with Floodgates, so 2 Twisters it is. And then 3 God card. Darklaw is a great card. Anki is a great card. This is essentially another way of just playing through negation, because you can activate one of your like main deck monsters effects or your extra deck monster effects, use Mass Change, and then it'll resolve in grave. Excuse me. Now in the extra deck, you have 2 Cross Crusader. He's one of the best support extra deck monsters that this deck's gotten. Very generic, 2 warriors. So in essence, you could play Marauding Captains to summon things out, because it only prevents you from special summoning anything else but heroes for that turn. But 2 of them, the effect to summon a Destiny hero is really great from the grave, because you can use like Fusion Destiny monster, so like Dystopia Dangerous or Dominator, and then one other monster, one other warrior. Summon him out, and then his effect will summon back the Fusion Destiny monster, and it won't be destroyed on your opponent's end phase. And it's also very great to loop Mali. So you can tribute Mali to search out a hero card. So like usually if you like Fusion Destiny, you'll have Mali sent to the graveyard, summon Mali with the other monster, and then you can like tribute Mali to search a card, which is great. Then you'll play Extra Hero Wonder Driver. He's actually pretty nuts if you know how to use him well, because you can set Mass Change again, or Poly, or Fusion Destiny. Something I'll need to play around with him more. I actually don't have a sleeve for him because I just got it the other day. And if the zoning is messed up, that's probably because I've not used this camera before. Sold. It's a good, just generic card if you don't have access to Extra Hero that turn, or if you just want to add a card. Now on to the other fusion monsters. You have Adoration, which is just 2 heroes. It's really good for just fixing hands, because you'll dump Shadow Mist or whatever you got. So sometimes you might have Ion in your hand, just need something to get your plays going. And he's also really good for just OTKing, because it makes you target another hero monster you control and then like just decrease their attack. 2 Darklaw. I used to have an Ultra and a Ultimate, and I sold the Ultimate when it was like $50, and I'm super sad because I didn't think I was going to actually be able to play this deck. More masked heroes. You got Diane for Solid Soldier, really good to summon out any monster, so you can get out your Mass Change, you can get out Stratos. Really good OTK enabler. Also really good because you can Mass Change Solid Soldier, and if you have a monster in grave, Solid Soldier will summon, so you'll have 2 more monsters on the field, plus Diane if it attacks and does damage. You get a 3rd one. So it's a really good way of flooding the field. Anki, busted in Duel Links, terrible in real life, but he can search out Mass Change if he destroys a monster. Blast, very rarely uses effect. I just usually use him to get Stratos out of the way from effect negation. And then targeting face-up spell, trap your opponent controls, returning it to the hand's pretty busted. Destiny Hero Dangerous, so these are the Destiny Fusion targets right here. So this one's just the one that dumps a Destiny Hero and increases attack. Dystopia is the really good Disruption card. It does burn damage, so that's good for time, and also making it easier to OTK. And then Dominance. I really like this card. People need to play it more, mainly because he just stacks your deck or your opponent's deck. Most of the time it's your opponent's deck. So you know what they're going to be playing, as well as you know what they're going to be drawing. And when he's destroyed, he floats into 3 Destiny heroes, which is pretty busted. So you can like summon out your Dystopia, or summon out, like the Disc Commander, which I had thought about playing, but I didn't because I'm at 43 cards. And then the last guy, Vision Hero Trinity. This is 14 because I don't know what else to put in here. But Trinity, OTK, he's the World Sword of the deck. All right, thank you for watching. Hope you guys like what you see. If you have any questions or you want to make comments, just comment down below. I'm going to try to do more of these in the future.